Hi everyone, this is Corey. I am the Uper Linen Lady, and today we are going to talk about yarn. And there's some yarn out there and embroidery, thread, different types of yarn that sell for a lot of money. So in my inventory right now, I have two of these. Now these are different colors, but they go together. This is Digit. And it's worsted wool, okay? And so this is a type of specialty yarn, and you can tell by the way it is wound in these hanks right here. Another one I have, which I love the texture, is called Birch Hollow Fibers. And this is actually a kid mohair silk blend. So very, very nice. It's called Grunge. And yeah, when I see these at thrift stores, as long as they are the right price, I do snatch them up. Thrift stores have caught on. I know one of them I go to, they really have them marked high. So I really don't buy from that thrift store any yarn unless there is a certain percentage off on them. However, my journey with yarn started at a Goodwill. One day I was just looking at the yarn bin and I saw the hanks that look like this. It's like twisted and braided. It's not the regular skeins. And I said, this is kind of different. And because I'm not a crafter. I lack the patience to make things, but I do have a lot of respect for people who do, because I think that crochet art is very beautiful. So yeah, I got a bunch of yarn. It was all high-end and it sold so quickly. And I had a few skein lots or hank lots that sold for over $100. So I want to show you today how to identify it and what to look for and how much they go for. Now some don't go for that much. It just depends on color. It depends on the percentage of the blend of what it's made from, and others go right away. So let's get into it, and I'll show you a lot that I sold just a week ago and how much it sold for, and then I'll show you how much others are selling for right now. Okay, so I wanted to start you all off on these two skeins that I sold on Poshmark about a little over a week ago. It's called Spindle Yarn. It was two skeins. It was merino wool, cashmere, and a mulberry silk blend. And the color was begonia pink, and it was over 1,000 yards. I sold them for $54, and I believe I only got these for a few dollars at a thrift store. So really my net profit was great on this one. Now I'm going to show you others that have sold. I'm going to start at the $125 mark. So here are 3 hanks plus 2 cakes of white excellent. Now cakes are these fatter rolls that are round, and the hanks are the braided ones. And so this is cashmere. It's a bulky, meaning the threads are thicker. 8 ply, 100 yards. So this sold for $125. And yeah, when I say yarn, I do mean embroidery thread, any type of thread that you can make things from. These are 300 wool skeins of DMC Lane tapestry for needlepoint crewel. This sold for $129.99, and I have found lots of embroidery thread. I had one time, this was a few years back, that sold for $300. It had a case, and I believe it had around 300 pieces in it. So it was a great find. Here is some Camilla Fiber Company, lot of 5 silk lace yarn, kid mohair, moonflower, creamy white, 140, and there were 5 skeins to this. And of course I'm going to say the more skeins of the same color lot you find, the higher you can sell the lots. And when I mean color lots, there's you also call them dye lots. And many of the skeins, the tags, like right here, will have the number of the lot it was dyed in. Now this one does not, so I'm going to have to show you some that do. So if they're all the same color lot, you can also put that in your title, because then the buyer knows that the colors are all going to be one smooth color. They're not going to deviate, either become darker or lighter. They're all going to remain one because they're the same dye lot. Now these are Rowan felted tweed yarn balls. There's 14 skeins. These sold for $139.99, and these are different colors, so some are just sold in lots like this. And I really love this because I think this color is amazing. This is Dragonfly Fibers, Traveler Yarn, DK weight, 6 hanks, and Into the Woods. So that's what it's called. So Into the Woods is the color, okay? Traveler is the type of the yarn, the fibers, and Dragonfly is the name brand. And yeah, Dragonfly Fibers. But yeah, this is beautiful. These sold for $143.95. And then we have some alpaca. So when you do look at these skeins, you're going to look for alpaca, cashmere, silk, mohair, angora, and different types of wools other than the mohair. There's all kinds of different, there's Corriedale, it's from the different type of sheep. So you're definitely going to look those up. So this is Misty Alpaca Hand Paint Chunky Lot of 8. Delphinium is the color, if I can get that out. And it's sold for $160. So 8 of these. And see right here, it says the color, CP14, Delphinium, and lot number 94951. So as long as they all have the same lot number, you just sell them in a lot together. And that assures the buyer that they'll have no problems. I have found these before. This is La Bien Amy Merino singles, and Suburban Stitcher Silky Singles. Okay, try saying that 3 times. And you can tell by the fibers that they're, it's silk. So we have, let's see, it's merino with a silk blend. And this is, I guess, what you can make from it. Okay, so this is neat that the seller put this. It's sold for $169. These skeins right here. Now, these are 10 skeins of Alchemy Lone Star Yarn, Dream Purple Wool, wool and mohair. I just think the color is gorgeous on this. I mean, it's just that deep bluish purple is just amazing. These sold for $175. And you could even find a lesser quality yarn, but if it has these hues in it, they can sell for a lot more than they usually would. Now here is a Moonglow Yarn Company Polar Nights Kit, 7 skeins, DK weight. Okay, this is 100% merino wool. And really, again, what I just said about the color scheme, this is it right here. So you could make a sweater or a shawl from these colors. They only put 1 picture in. And this sold for $200. So very, very nice. And then we have Isaac Mizrahi Craft Yarn. Now there's 13 of these skeins, not just 2, and the color is Union Square. So of course this is more of a luxury brand, sold for $200, and yeah, it's just a multi-color wool. It doesn't really say what it's made from even. So yeah, it didn't really matter what type of yarn it is, but it was colorful, and there's the name. And this just looks, this looks amazing. Cotton Candy. ACA Supreme Lot. There's 22 of these. Cotton Candy Pink. This is pure Angora, made in France. So of course, yes, anything made in France, Italy, England, Ireland, you know it's going to sell a little bit higher. And so there was 10 of these in all. Just a beautiful bubblegum color, and it sold for $198. Now this is yak Tibetan fibers, baby yak and cashmere. And so this is just saying, hey, you can make this beautiful scarf from these skeins right here. And yeah, so it's Tibetan cashmere made out of yak. Now Karen, it's a pretty popular name. This is Cakes, Anniversary Cakes. And again, it's the color. It's the color, and this was actually on an auction. And see right there, it says it shows you can make the bag. I guess it's hard to find. Maybe it's just not being continued. And this bid began, let's look and see. There's a lot of bids. So it began at $19.99. And that's pretty good. And yeah, it went from $23 to $100 and ended up at $202.50. Here is Suburban Stitchers Yarn Silky Mohair Lace in Silky Singles. This is an 8-skein knit kit. Shows you again the sweater you can make. Really pretty, just pastel pinks and oranges, like sunset colors. Very, very pretty. And yeah, it's a mohair or merino, excuse me, it's a merino and silk blend. Oh, and it sold for $225. Now here's some Spin Cycle Plump yarn, lot of 8. Levitate is what it's called. It's wool. It's a bulky wool. This sold for $240. And yeah, it's just made from wool, but it's also made in the U.S. And the colors are very, very pretty, very, very vivid. This is an older lot, TLC Essentials Red Heart. Red Heart has sold, I believe, in like Walmart and Kmart's, and so it was a very basic brand. But this is 17 skeins, and it's the color that sold it. This they put rust sandstone top. So yeah, okay, here we go. So there's 3 colors in all, and yeah, they just sold them in a lot. 17 skeins, $250. And if you bulk these up, they're still not going to weigh a lot, and it's not going to take any serious packaging. You just put them in a box pretty much. Yarn is so very easy to ship and easy to store. Here we have a lot of 7 skeins, Madeline Taj Pashmina, 360 yards. This is merino, silk, and a cashmere blend in oxblood. That is the color. So yeah, very pretty. Look at the strands. I mean, it's just really, really nice, and you just know that it has just a soft, silky feel. So very, very pretty, that deep purple color. $249.95 this sold for. Now here's something a little different. This is 20 pounds of yarn. It's a cone lot, and this is for weaving. They have that's why they're placed on the cones. So they can be used for a variety. It's 20 pounds, so I believe all of these rolls right here, and these sold for $200. Now, this is a name, Colinet. I've never found Colinet in the wild, but Colinet is a very, very high-end yarn. This is a lot of 12 skeins, and it's Shimmer 5, super bulky, hand-dyed wool, viscose 5 gray. So I believe, let's look at the label on here. This is what the label looks like. This is made in Wales, and I believe this is just a wool with some viscose in. So it's very nice though, very shimmery, very unique in color. Sold for $249.99. And then we have Rowan Angora Haze Lot of 18, Caress Pink, Fluffy Soft, Halo Luxe. Yeah, this is just, again, Angora. This is actually an Angora blend. It has polymedes and wool. So this is a blend. It's not pure Angora, and it's sold for $270. Here is TLC Heathers. This is 25 skeins of nutmeg, mulberry, and sand yarn. So again, they sold this in a lot, which of course would be very easy to ship. It's like acrylic, maybe wool. So yeah, this is what that is. $300 this sold for. Now I have sold Magpie yarns before, and I believe I've sold Spin Cycle as well. So yeah, this is Spin Cycle Yarns Dream State and Magpie Nest worsted 11 skein knit kits. And this is what you can make from that, since there are these colors. So yeah, these two would go together to make this sweater. Isn't that awesome? $299 this sold for. Another Collinette. This is absolutely fabulous throw kit, Versace Ab Fab. As you can see, it's a bunch of different types of yarn, and it has a little book right here. There we go. And yeah, this is to make throw rugs. Oops. So we have wool. We have mohair wool nylon, we have wool viscose nylon, cotton tape, mohair wool, and so yeah, there we go, different types. This sold for $339.97. So if you ever find this Collinette yarn kits, you know, this is what to look for. This is absolutely what to look for. And here is Rowan yarn, another set of Rowan yarn, Donegal lamb's wool. Now this is 31 skeins, so this is a lot of skeins. It's wool, and it's sold for $350, just different colors, saying you can make this sweater with it. So very nice, very cool. And then again, I had to throw in another Collinette yarns. This is Arizona Dream Throw Kit. So different colors, and then you have the different types and textures of the yarn, which is just awesome. So yeah, this is very, people are searching for this, everyone. This sold for $369.99. Pretty incredible. And then we have this rare original Collinette again, Ab Fab, another throw kit. This is Ivory. This sold on a best offer. It was at $399.99. And again, so you have the booklet, you have the different types, textures. This is just, I mean, in whites though, in different hues of whites, which had to look amazing, you know, when it's put together. And the last one, no, there's one more I wanted to show you today besides this one. And again, we have these small skeins. Now this is over 450 skeins. It's vintage Appleton needlepoint tapestry wool yarn. So this was used in needlepoint tapestries, pictures. The seller took a best offer. It was priced at $500. So that's a lot. And yeah, they probably just put this in a little box and shipped it out. It probably weighed less than a pound. Incredible. And so the last one I wanted to show you today was this Wiltex Vineyard Jewels thread, a giant lot. So this is Wiltex. And this type of thread, see how it has the sparkles in it. Very nice. and I'm not sure how many skeins. It looks like a whole lot of skeins. So you have that, and this sold for $500. So yeah, always look, when you go to estate sales, look at the yarn basket. Sometimes, all the yarn is just put in one box and it sells for about $5 or something. Look in there, see what type of yarn is in there. You might be very, very happily surprised at what you find. And like I said before, yes, the thrift stores, some of them can tell the yarn and they understand that some of it does sell for a lot of money, but others, they just sell it with the rest of the yarn. They might mark it up a little bit, but not much. So I hope this helped you guys. Please like and subscribe, comment, and I will catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching, everybody.